Hey, how's it going, YouTube? It's Tangrowths. Today we're gonna be playing some games with what is probably my favorite deck to play in the standard format, and that is Pidgeotto. I've been making quite a few videos on this deck recently, but I have a ton of fun with it. And this build is a little bit different, a little bit new. This is the the ninth place build from LAIC. I was gonna say top 8, didn't quite make top 8, ended in ninth place at LAIC. And the only real new addition that this deck sees from the new set, I did go over an updated list myself where I added Great Catcher, but he opted to add in some Lillie's Pokédoll as well, which makes a lot of sense, specifically for the ADP matchup, to kind of slow them down if you have a slow start yourself, to stop them from drawing too many prize cards too quickly, and kind of limit what they have access to. Being able to knock out. I've been testing them around. I've had them be useful a couple times. I'm not 100% sure I actually like them in here, but I thought I would go ahead and showcase this build with the Lillie's Pokédoll because I just wanted to play some more games with Pidgeotto because it is kind of just my favorite deck to play right now in standard. I just have a ton of fun playing this deck, so I thought I may as well go ahead and keep playing around with the Pokédoll version. That way you guys can take a look at it, and see how it runs. So let's go ahead and get into some games. Up against the ADP in this one, no Elm, so it is going to be the Welder for 1 to the Pidgey. Never ideal, but we're probably not getting knocked out turn 1, so we should have some time to go ahead and build up into other stuff. I'm not too worried about the Pidgey getting knocked out. I think the Pidgey will be just fine, and we should be okay to live another turn for sure. And then we got the airmail into the Pokégear on the following turn. Yeah, most ADP builds that have been going around recently don't actually aren't being played too aggressively to like actually get off turn 1 attacks, so I'm not worried about our lone Pidgey being knocked out. I think it's gonna be okay. There's a Ditto, there's a Treasure. Okay, I am now completely lost. This might not even be ADP. What are they playing? We see the Keldeo, there's a Poipole. Oh, Nag, Quack. So another very good matchup for us. Yeah, pretty good matchup for us, I think, for sure, actually. The Nag Quag it is, though. It's not actually what's it called? This is not ADP. Usually when you see a Keldeo, it's usually pretty fair to initially just assume, oh, ADP, but looks like not this time. We'll get the doll for some protection to slow down the game a little bit if we have to. We do potentially have to be careful of Whale Lord. I don't know if I have to be careful of Whale Lord. I don't think I'm gonna play around Whale Lord. I don't think it's probably going to, well, I guess we're playing around Whale Lord just because our Pidgeys are prized. So that's our deck is playing around Whale Lord for us here in this one, I guess. Yep, nothing we can do about it though. Gonna have to roll with the punches on this one. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, 2 Pidgey prize, never ideal. We'll probably be able to find one before the game gets to like an end game point. So probably be able to set up another Pidgeotto at some point. But yeah, never ideal to prize 2 Pidgeys. We ideally want to set up the 3 Pidgeotto, or if we can, but like that's not, we don't like get greedy very often. 3, I'm content with 3 Pidgeotto most of the time. I'll take it. Pidgeotto is just fine. Don't need the 4. There is the Volcanion. Prism Star is going to be annoying. They can constantly force up Pokemon off our bench. Thankfully, we have the Lillie's Pokédoll right now, so nothing's going to happen this turn. And actually, I think they whiffed turn 1 attachment, so they're not doing anything for a little while. Not that we're going to be doing anything for a little while either, maybe. We'll need some decent airmails here. I actually don't want to give them Ultra Space if I don't have to, so we're just going to take the Fire Crystal. Send that other thing to the bottom. Yeah, then we'll just grab the Blacephalon. Really don't want to give them Ultra Space if I don't need to. Grab the Flint for the following turn. Yeah, it's going to be a slow one, but I'm actually kind of fine with that. It's not that big of a deal. We have the Lillie's Pokédoll to give ourselves some protection. Our opponent also is having a pretty slow start. So yeah, not too worried about it. We can just go ahead and build up this Blacephalon. 3 attachments, and we'll Fireball Circus. That's fine. We don't even need the Welder. We can just go 1, 2, 3, stack them up, and then get going with the attacks. We don't need the full, what's it called? We'll be fine this way. Full Welder combo and everything going on. So yeah, currently I think our opponent has to attack with Keldeo first as well, which is super good for us because it'll give us 2 prize cards initially, which will hopefully help us find that Pidgey. There we go, Chaotic Swell from our opponent. Interesting choice in the Nag Quag deck. You usually see Viridian Forest or the a Mew and Mewtwo as well. You usually see Viridian Forest or the Ultra Space to kind of help you set up. There's a Pipstoise. Our opponent's got all kinds of friends in this Nagquag deck. They got the Pipstoise, a Mewtwo, this guy. I assume they have the Mewtwo in there just to knock out other Mewtwo's, because a lot of people are forgoing the Jirachi GX in the deck right now. There's a Faba. Don't know what that's for. A lot of people aren't playing the Jirachi GX in Mewtwo anymore, so it's like something that you don't have to worry about. Okay, there's a pass. There's an Escape Board that's a really good top deck. We're just gonna dig through here. I'm just gonna take the Ultra Space. That'll be fodder for the Fiery Flint. Ideally want to keep everything, so I'm just gonna find other fodder for Fiery Flint. Want him in hand to utilize as soon as possible. Still looking for Fiery Flint fodder, but a Welder's better. So we're gonna Fiery Flint away an energy as well as the Ultra Space, I guess. I don't really want to get rid of an energy. How about Ultra Space? Yeah, Ultra Space energy is fine. It won't be that big of a deal. We're not going to run out of energy anytime soon or anything, so probably overthinking it a little bit. We may as well Welder to the other Blacephalon. I actually don't. Yeah, I don't see a reason. Oh. No, we can Crystal for 2. I thought we were going to run out of energy for a second. I was like, oh no. No, we can Crystal for 2. This like plays around Stamp a little bit if our opponent does play Stamp. Already having a Blacephalon set up. So that's nice. Probably need to get this doll out of here as soon as possible. He's not going to be very useful anymore. For some reason, I thought I wouldn't be able to attack and get the knockout, but we're good. Got the Crystal. We're chilling. Yeah, so our opponent didn't have a very aggressive start. If they did have a more aggressive start, the Poké doll definitely would have come in play. There's 2 Elms, so we priced 2 Elm and 2 Pidgey. So our early game setting up of the Pidgeotto was going to be pretty much non-existent. So I guess we got pretty fortunate to be able to set up the 2-2 Pidgeotto and our opponent to draw a little bit slow, so we could actually even get to the point that we're in right now. Yeah, I'll take the current scenario, I guess. That's fine. Ganondorf to the active. They are a ways away from potentially using Welder GX, which is the only thing I'm kind of afraid of, and we don't even know if they play it. A lot of them don't play it anymore. I haven't seen it in a while in the Nagquag. I haven't seen the Welder GX in like forever in Nagquag. I mean, that's the only thing. There's the rainbow energy, so they probably have an Espeoxys sitting in the wings somewhere that they might utilize at some point. They might be able to. I don't know. They play this too, though, apparently. I don't know what this is supposed to be used for, but they play it. I guess against ADP, it's pretty good. You copycat, take the knockout. I could see that. It looks like they're planning to use. Oh no. Okay, they're charging. I thought they were about the turning point. I was like, I don't know if that makes any sense ever. But yeah, it is going to be the Sauna Blast. That's about more what I expected. Sauna Blast, knock out our Blacephalon, and then we get to go Blacephalon again. I guess I can't think of a better turn than just use Blacephalon again. That's fine with me. And then we'll probably Victini on the following turn. I have to use one. Ideally, won't use a Fire Crystal next turn, but we'll probably have to use a Fire Crystal next turn. I'm going to start the turn with Elms and get that last Pidgeotto out of my deck. It'll also shuffle the deck and get, what's it called, on top here. There was a Flint on the bottom, which I wouldn't mind seeing. So, yeah. Airmail. There's that Flint I was talking about. Flint away those 2. Grab ourselves the rest of the fire energy in the deck. This will set up nicely for the Victini on the following turn. We do have to find. I guess we'll just start throwing out Ultra Space. I don't want to really counter their stadium though. Like, I'm not a huge fan of trying to counter their stadium here. We definitely want that Flint. We do need a Welder still, actually. We don't have that many Welder left, actually. We only have 2 Welder left. Do we have enough Welder to actually draw our prize cards? We might have to use the dolls at some point to like fully stall out our opponent. That's right, because we used the Welder turn 1, unfortunately. Yeah. All right, we'll see. But we could use dolls to sit there and stall for like 3 turns while we like set up another Blacephalon. Actually, probably won't be too big of a deal. I'm not sure about the Ultra Space usage. I don't think I want to do it. Let's save it for fodder to get rid of with the Fiery Flints, I think, instead. We do have to find a, what's it called here? There's a Pidgey, so we're chilling with that. We do have to find a Welder, but we should see pretty much our whole deck. Actually, we will see our Airmail, Stellar Wish. We'll see almost our whole deck here from this. So we should see a Welder. I hope we see a Welder. We should see a Pokégear or a Welder, and then that should see us the Welder for sure. Because Move 2 down. We should. Oh my gosh. Should we move 2 down? Yeah, we should. We're very likely to see a Welder here, as long as there's some in the deck. But I know one of my prizes is a Pidgey. So I guess I'm just hoping my last 2 Welder aren't prized. Yeah, we're hoping our last 2 Welder aren't prized here. And then we can go about the game plan of send up 3 dolls in a row to set up for our last Fireball Circus if we have to. That's fine with me. There's another rainbow. Yeah, so if they play Espeon Deoxys and can get to the 6 energy, we are in a lot of trouble. Yeah, we're just in a lot of trouble. We'll see if they play it, see if they have it. We have no way to currently deal with it. There's a Calm. I don't know if they can get the. There's Espeon Deoxys going back into the deck. All right, so they do play it. So I don't think we have a win condition if they ever attack with Espeon Deoxys, unless they do it like right now. In which case I think we'd be fine. If they use Espeon Deoxys like right now, we'll be fine. But if they don't use it like right now, I think we're gonna lose. I'm pretty confident we just lose, because we pretty much have to use the Victini on this turn. Go down. They have 5 prizes left. They're gonna knock this out with a Quagsire, I believe. Then they'll go down to 4. I think we'll bench the Pidgey next turn because they can knock out 3 Pokemon no matter what with the Espeon Deoxys, with what's in play on my side. We know the Espeon Deoxys is in the deck, so it's possible they don't draw it. But it's pretty likely they're gonna draw it. They retreat to the Poiple here, which is very interesting. I'm curious about this. Are they gonna spit poison us? And if they do, what does that do for them? It looks like they're going for the spit poison. So we'll go up to, let's see, they can put 4 here, 5 here, 4 here. That would be 8 plus 5, 13. And then our active would be, oh no, we'll go to 8 HP going into their turn. So we need to find, well, Doll's a good start. They can theoretically draw a lot of prize cards on the following turn. Welder is also good. Now I could go with, how many crystal do we have left? We have 1 more left, but I don't know what's in the deck. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could bench Pidgey, I think. Yeah, Pidgey could be benched here. And then I can crystal. I could attack with Victini. I could retreat, attack with Victini. Get a bunch of energy back, knock this thing out. But then if they go knock out Victini, go down to 4. Blacephalon won't be in range for it all to be knocked out alongside everything else. A ton of fire in the deck. And then I don't think they would choose to knock that out. Okay, so I think this is correct. I might be misplaying here. Crystal for 3. We have the Flint to recover some of the energy. Welder here. There's our last Welder. Attach here, and then Infinity. I'm gonna start playing out these stadiums just in case we get reset stamped. I don't want to draw back into the stadiums. And then Infinity and hope for the best. I mean, I may be through here. I'm actually not 100% sure. We'll see what our opponent does. This not taking 2 more damage, takes a poison damage, is actually a huge deal. So we protected ourselves from that. So I'm curious to see what our opponent does on this turn. They could go, I don't even know if they go, yeah, we'll see. I'm just gonna wait and see what my opponent does because I have no idea what they're gonna do. I'm just gonna wait and see. There's a lot of things they could potentially do. A lot of things they might potentially not do. I'm just trying to avoid losing to Espeon Deoxys. They have 5 prizes left. They can definitely draw 1 this turn. They could Espeon Deoxys this turn as well. But if they want to attack this turn, to get a knockout this turn that is not Espeon Deoxys, they could hit us with this. Oh shoot, so they could hit us with this and go 80. He's got 10 HP left. He has 4. What did I count for this? It was 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, so that's 13, 14. All right, they couldn't quite draw 5 prizes in 1 turn. There's a Judge. That is pretty brutal, for sure. We had a pretty good hand, but it's fine. I think we'll be able to draw back into everything we need. There's some Pidgeottos. Don't need those, that's for sure. So they could go with, okay, so they're going with Quagsire here. We do have Blacephalon set up to knock out Quagsire. So that's fine. We know the last Welder is in the deck. I take this knockout. They'll have plenty of energy next turn to use Espeon Deoxys, but they won't be able to draw 4 prizes next turn with Espeon Deoxys unless I bench a Pidgey. So I just can't bench Pidgey, unfortunately. I would like to bench Pidgey, but that is not going to be an option in this one here, I don't think. Because if I bench Pidgey, they can go knock out Jirachi, Pidgeotto, Pidgeotto, Pidgey. We can't do that. Start with airmails here. Flint for sure. Now, knowing I can't bench Pidgey, but I do need a lot of energy anyways. But the, what's it called, Welder's more important. So we're going to go like this. We're going to thin out the deck here. Hope we don't get judged again. If we get judged again, we're definitely going to be in trouble. All right, thin out the deck. All right, now we Pidgey again. Get the... we bench the Jirachi? No, it's 13. No, we can't bench Jirachi. So get the Escape Board. Thin that out of the deck. Stellar Wish. Get the Welder. And now we could Welder to the Blacephalon right now, I think. But then we might not have enough energy to take the knockout. So I think we have to just go attach, attack, and Welder. Oh, no, we can go attach, discard 3, Welder. So we could Welder right now. So we should just Welder right now, get the energy in play before we get judged or reset stamped or whatever. Alright. Heat Factory, I don't want to see that anymore. Then it is attach, attack. But we don't have much else going on in the hand. Fireball Circus, 1, 2, 3. Discards here. Oh, I should have put the Escape Board in play. Oops. Yeah, I should have put that in Escape Board in play. That's a mistake. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. Yeah, I could have put that in play on the doll, probably. I don't know, I could put it in play somewhere. Yeah, so we're out of Pidgeottos, unfortunately. I had to let both Pidgeottos go off the Flint there. I would have liked to have kept those so I could maybe reestablish some Pidgeottos on this following turn coming up, because our opponent is probably going to... I actually don't know what our opponent's going to do. But we currently can't win the game if they use Espeon Deoxys. We just don't have the energy for it. If they go Espeon Deoxys, KO Pidgeotto, KO Pidgeotto, KO Jirachi, I think we do just lose the game because we don't have energy. And I can't reset up Pidgeottos because I did discard them with Flint, which I maybe should have held off on now that I'm kind of rethinking it, so I could then go like... Well, they should knock out the doll as well. If they're going to use Espeon Deoxys here, they should go knock out, knock out. Knock out the doll, they're not going to get a prize, but knock it out anyways, and then knock out Jirachi. And then next turn, win the game with the Quagsire. We'll see if they have it. They have to get the card, though, as well. Yep, there it is. So that should be game. We should lose here, I think. I don't think we ever win at this point. We'll see if they maybe mess up the cross division, but they should theoretically knock out the 2 Pidgeottos and the Jirachi, taking away all of my potential draw power. They could also knock out Pidgeotto, Blacephalon with 3 energy, which would also be annoying, but then I have access to Jirachi for a turn, so if I go like top deck Crystal, Stellar Wish into Crystal, I could win. So they should probably go knockout, knockout, knockout. We'll see. There's the cross division. And if they knock those 3 out, I do not see a way for us to win the game at all. We'll see. If they leave Jirachi alive, no, even if they leave Jirachi alive, I don't think we can do it. They would have to like kill our active, kill both Pidgeottos. So then we have to top deck Crystal, set up Jirachi, get a Crystal. And then we could retreat to Doll for a turn though, actually, to like buy some time. So they have to, yeah, they have to go. Yep, and there it is. Oh no, they left Jirachi out. Okay, so if we can get, we can also get our other dolls to send up for a turn or 2 as well. So yeah, we're actually still in this technically. Top deck Crystal? Not quite. I don't think there's anything thin out with the oh, there is a Pidgey. So yeah, 2 crystals are in the deck and there's a doll. So we need to Stellar Wish into doll this turn. No doll. We did get the Fire Crystal, but that's not going to be enough damage to get the knockout. We're still a little bit short. And the Espeon Deoxys is a little bit too much for us in this matchup, I think. We get the Fire Crystal, but it's not going to do anything else, and we're just going to take the L here in this one to the Quack. It was a close game, but yeah, we can't quite keep up with the end game, late game Espeon Deoxys. Our opponent did mulligan, and I have no idea what they're playing here. I saw Rainbow Energy and Red and Blue in their mulligan. I have no idea what that means. We're gonna find out here together. There's a Jirachi start, so we can go for that Blazer turn 1 knockout potentially. We ideally want to get an Elm off the Pokégear, so we go with like Flint Away, Pokédoll, and Energy. Get those out of the deck to increase our chances of hitting the Elm. Definitely probably want to hold on to the Escape Board. There is a Meowth, so it looks like it is a Persian deck, which we don't really have a strong answer to, because they can't be hit by Ultra Beast. We do have Victini, but that's our only way to hit it, I think. So this one's going to be interesting. We might be able to get a workaround here, but it might be tough. We'll see. Gonna go ahead and get rid of these two. Like I said, thin out the deck of 4 energy. So we didn't prize any energy, so going with Blazer is actually not worth it here because we prized 0 energy cards. Pokégear, Elm. All right, we're gonna grab ourselves those 3 Pidgeys like I talked about, and then yeah, 3 Pidgeys. The whole Pidgeotto line is in the deck as well. So what do we actually prize? We prize the Jirachi. It's like a crystal. Jirachi, a crystal. All Elms and Welders are here. Pokégear. Jirachi, crystal, Pokégear. Great Catcher, 2 baby Blacephalon. So that is an unfortunate prizes right there. The double baby Blacephalon. Oops, I forgot to get the collect Pidgey. Probably won't make a big difference, but you never know when you want to utilize the collect boy. So yeah, this one might be rough. They are playing Persian. We can't hit Persian with our Ultra Beasts. But we do have Victini to knock it out. So that will have to be our game plan, I guess, is just get energy into the discard pile to set up for Victini to knock out the Persian, and then we have to hope they kind of put down some other prize cards at some point for us to pick off on. Definitely want to try and knock out this Jirachi next turn with the Fireball Circus. That's definitely going to be one of our goals. There's the red and blue, so they don't quite have everything they need yet, but they're very close. Yeah, this is going to be tough, man. This is going to be a real tough one. Play Rainbows and Jinx, so I think there's Spiritomb in here as well. Spiritomb, Persian, yeah, Ultra Beasts, not just GX Ultra Beasts, but any Ultra Beasts. There's the Stellar Wish to try and move their Jirachi. Hopefully Jirachi gets stuck. We can hopefully rely on that for a turn and get a prize card there. Also burn through quite a bit of energy. Nope, but there is a switch. Yeah, Persian gonna make its way to the active. See, like I said, our only way to knock out this Persian, and we don't know how many Persian they play. They play a second Persian. We probably just lose. But hopefully they only have the 1 Persian. Let's see. I'm gonna use Airmail first here. There's a Flint. Like that, we're just trying to get energy into the discard pile and find what's his name. Probably gonna have to sacrifice a Pidgey here. I'm probably just gonna welder 2 energy to a Pidgey, and then we'll go for a quick attack. We're just trying to build up into the Victini being able to one-shot this thing. All right, another Airmail. Get a Fire energy. We just need fires in the discard pile here, so we're gonna do it. Escape Board, more fire, retreat, and quick attack for 20 damage. So not relevant. Oh, it could be relevant for getting the Victini that much closer to getting the knockout. So yeah, we need to find what's it called? Like I said, we need to find the Victini to one-shot this Persian. That's our only out. We don't play anything else that can actually hit this. Besides the Pidgey and Pidgeottos, there's a potential second Persian coming out. But if we can get through this first Persian fast enough, it might not matter. So that's our goal, is just get through this Persian. Hopefully the second Persian doesn't become irrelevant. There's already a rainbow attachment to the Spiritomb, so that's good for us to see. And then, yeah, there's the Claw Slash. Knock out the Pidgey. So I think we have 6 fire, maybe 7? 6 fire in the discard pile. Okay, so we're building up. We're getting there. Need to get a couple more. Start with Airmail here. Get an Elm. I was gonna maybe I was thinking about using Pokégear first to try and get the Elm out of the way. Fortunately, we do draw into it. There's a Jirachi. That's a perfect thing to find here. Nice. I should have played the Elm first. Now that I have found the Elm, go ahead and get the rest of this Pidgey stuff. Bench. Let's see. Attach. Here. Treat. And I'll use Ultra Space as well. Ultra Space actually is, the Victini is in here, so all we need to find is the Victini, and then we're good to go. Stellar Wish, give me a Ultra Space, give me the Great Catcher, and then done. All right, so what we can do next turn is we can actually send up this Blacephalon. So we'll have 6, 7, 8, and then if we attach there, that'll be 9, which is 180, which is enough to knock out this Persian. So then if If we get the Victini, we can hard retreat the Blacephalon into the Victini and then knock out the Persian after weathering to the Victini. So that's going to be our game plan, I think. I can't come up with anything better than that. That's gonna have to be what we do. If they ever set up a second Persian, I think we just lose. We also don't have a way to deal with the Spiritomb. Without the Spiritomb is just gonna knock out our Victini, is what I mean to say here. But then if they can't set up the second Persian for whatever reason, then we can possibly win. Oops, I sent up the wrong Pokemon. Airmail, definitely taking the doll. Airmail. We still need to find the, what's it called, the Victini. Just gonna keep digging. Another fire. Bench the doll. Attach to Blacephalon. And then retreat to the doll and pass. And then we'll send up the Blacephalon on the next turn and then hope to get into the Victini on the next turn. And we've stacked our deck, I think, one round with Airmail, so there's 3 bad cards on the bottom. We'll see the top 7 cards, so hopefully Victini is in the top 7 cards here, and we'll be able to get the knockout on this first Persian. No way to deal with the second Persian, but our opponent hasn't set up a second Persian yet, so it's possible they still don't set up a second Persian, and then we can do that. All right, draw. Start with Airmailing. We just need Victini. How many fire could Flint get out of the deck? 2. But there's 3 dead cards on bottom for sure. Only one of them is a fire energy, so I think we do Flint here. Gonna get rid of these 2. Get those 2 out of the deck. And then I will also play the Pokégear at this point as well. And then one more card out of the deck. Okay, we are seeing top 4. We need Victini. I don't think I'm ever going to attempt to put a stadium in play. I'll just leave it like it is. And then Airmail again. There he is. Victini is in the building. All right, that's what we needed. Bench Victini, Welder to Victini. 1, 2, 3 more cards. Not going to make a huge difference. Hard retreat into the Victini, and then we just go with the Infinity and pray here. Gonna get all the energy back, but if our opponent does ever set up a second Persian, we do just lose the game. But it is possible they are unable to set up a second Persian, so that's what we have to go off of here. Hope our opponent does not set up a second Persian. If they get a second Persian, we have no way to attack it if the Victini gets knocked out. If Victini lives, we have a chance. If they don't knock it out with the Spiritomb, we can retreat it. Oh no, there's the red and blue. As soon as they get out the second Persian, we're gonna concede. We tried our best playing through what we could, but we just don't have a way to knock out a second Persian. And as long as our opponent knows that, there's nothing we can do. Maybe it's prize. Maybe they only play like a 2/2 Persian and the second one's prize. Nope, but there is the second Persian. There's the energy for it. So I think this one is pretty much over. If we had the Heatran in here, I think we would be fine in this matchup, but we don't play the Heatran. So yeah, we can't keep up quite with the prize trade of the Persian. We'll see what they opt for here. Yep, it is going to be Spiritomb knock us out. Then we can knock out Spiritomb with the Blacephalon, but it doesn't matter. We can get the knockout here with the Blacephalon, and then they will just send up the Persian, and then we have no way to KO the Persian anymore. And we could gust it 3 times. Is it possible they don't have energy? I guess not really. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take another concede here. 2 unfortunate matchups in a row. We did the best we could. We played it out to the best of our ability, but not quite enough. Sometimes matchups are just not in your favor. Okay, going first in this last game here. Looks like we are up against the Ability Zard. If I had to guess, if I had to make a guess here, I would say Ability Zard is what we're up against. I think I'm gonna take the Flint, but I don't really have things to Flint away. But I need the Fire Energy. Yeah, but I don't think we play. We have the Flint. I don't think we play the Flint unless this only gets us a Welder, and then we have to use the Flint. Okay, so we have to Flint away Fire and a Blacephalon here. I don't want to get rid of the Pidgey. So hopefully our last Blacephalon is in here. They are gonna have to put down GXs down at some point, so we have that working for us. But definitely did not want to get rid of a Blacephalon there. I guess I would have rather kept the Ultra Space and got rid of the Ultra Space. It's such a hard thing to predict. Yeah. Oh well. Here we are. And pass to our opponent. Sure, pass to our opponent. Maybe they won't hit the turn 1 knockout with the Turtonator, and they'll give us a little bit of time to work with here. If not, we're just going to have to try and send up this guy and go for that Fireball Circus knockout on our turn, I think. They might also put a Hearth in play as it comes into play. So that's super strong for us, because now we can just Hearth into the energy we need, and then use the Elms for the turn and just get more Pidgeotto set up. Go for Pidgeotto, Pidgeotto, or Pidgey if the rest of the Pidgeottos are in the deck. So actually we're now in a completely fine spot because our opponent did have to put the Hearth in play to set up here. There's a Welder. They might actually go to get the attack with the Heatran this turn, which means we are short 1 energy to actually get the knockout on the Heatran. We'll see. They're opting to not put it on the Turtonator. So yeah, they do have the switch card. And they are going to be able to use the Steam and Stomp. That's all they have, though, going for them. So, yeah, we'll see. Send up Blacephalon. We're 1 energy short currently, and we really want that energy. There's a Flint, though. That Flint will definitely take care of it. So I'm going to start with this. The whole squad is not here, so we're going to go like this. And then we're going to try and airmail into some energy first. I think I could. No, let's go with airmails first. Airmail, want Welder. It's not gonna be too difficult to get the energy, but I want to find like dead cards to potentially get rid of off of these airmails. There we go. That's 1. I don't want to give my opponent Heat Factory, so we're gonna avoid that. And then I think I do go Fiery Flint here. I'm gonna get rid of the Elm and the Fire Energy. I'm gonna get 4 Fire Energy. We got 3 in there. We're gonna end up with a lot of fire in our discard. I don't really want to use the Hearth because it'll just put more fire in our discard pile. But it does thin out our deck. But I definitely want to replace the Hearth. All right, let's just go completely get all the fire energy out of the deck. Now we need Victini and crystals, but we're increasing our chances of finding the Victinis and crystals. So hopefully it works out. We definitely don't want to leave Hearth in play for our opponent. We get to get our last Blacephalon out of the deck, efficiently thinning out the deck pretty much to the maximum here. And then we do get the knockout here with the Fireball Circus. For 4 discards, knock out the Heatran. It took away the Hearth. Our opponent had a very slow turn 1, so I wouldn't be too surprised if they actually have no response here, even sending us the Broken Heart. So yeah, they might be in some trouble here. Fire off the prizes is super good to combo with the Welder. Hearth coming back down. All right. So, but we have no fire in the, so we're not going to be able to utilize it because we have no fire in the deck. We could use it to thin out our deck, but that's probably not going to be too big of a deal. 2 fire off their Hearth. They have the Welder. I have a feeling they don't have much else, but between these first 2 turns played out and the 2 Welders, they should find a Dedenne or a Jirachi or something. Looks like they got the Jirachi. They got a Calm, so I'm assuming that's going to grab them a Dedenne. Yeah, there goes the Megalopunny. Going to go ahead and grab themselves a Dedenne. Almost certainly. I can't imagine anything else that they would actually grab here off this communication besides a Dedenne. There might be, I don't know, a Ditto maybe if you have Zebstrika in hand. Is the only thing I can think of. They're going for the Victini. Okay, maybe the last card in their hand is actually a Dedenne. Or they prize 3 Dedenne. Maybe. I guess it is possible for them to have prize 3 Dedenne. All right, we have almost all of our fire in the discard pile now at this point. We have 10 fire in the discard pile. Wait, that means we have 2 fire prized, actually. 2 more fire prized. So we definitely need a crystal here. We're just going to open up with the Welder. We need double crystal here, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mail 1. Welder for later. Mail 2. There's a crystal, but we do need 2 crystals actually. 1 crystal won't quite cut it to get a knockout here. Airmail again. 2nd crystal. That'll do. And then we go crystal for 3, and then crystal for 3, and then we really want to find what's it called on the following turn. We really want Victini on this following turn to get this energy back. Because we are starting to run out of energy. Gonna go ahead and get this guy in play with an escape board. And then, yeah, Fireball Circus 1, 2, 3 for the knockout on this Turt. 2 crystals left, quite a bit of fire. Likely we get a fire here as well. There's a fire, 1 more fire prized. But yeah, we don't want, I mean, K1 and Jirachi for 1 would be okay. Definitely in an awkward spot. They're already down 2 Welder. Would have been nice to get rid of their Hearth. That is their last Hearth, so eliminating that would have been really good. No such luck. I think they have the Welder for the Victini, though. It looks like, yeah, there's the Welder for the Victini. So they've just been living off of Welder and Fire Energy this whole game so far. They've just been living off that, back and forth. Okay, Heat Factory. We could definitely utilize that as well to draw some more cards. Like I said, we're trying to find Victini at this point. Yeah, that's all we care about is finding Victini. So I think we're going to play out our turn to maximize our chances of finding Victini. We're going to start with Stellar Wish, then play Pokégear, then Heat Factory, then Airmail, and try and get that Victini so we can get these Fire Energy back into the deck. It is super important, but there is a Reshizard play down. So if we actually do find 2 Fire Crystal, we can just win the game this turn with a Great Catcher up the Reshizard, knock it out. So that also becomes a potential play this turn. Because our opponent did decide to put it down. I don't know if I'm really that against them playing it down, but it does open up that line of play for us. We do need a lot. We need our last 2 Fire Crystal. We know they're in the deck. Our opponent doesn't know exactly. We have them for sure. There is the Great Catcher. So we're going to start with Stellar Wish. There is 1 Fire Crystal. And then, like I said, I'm going to play the Pokégear next. Trying to maximize thinning out the deck. Ooh, the Victini was in the top 7. All right. And then we're going to go with... Now I don't want a Heat Factory, actually. I'm going to Heat Factory last if I have to, because if I get the Fire Crystal, I actually just win the game. So we're going to start with Airmail. We're going to get the Fire Crystal immediately, and then as long as I do my math correctly, and I think I have, we do just win the game. And yeah, we would have saved the Heat Factory usage for last there to dig extra for the Victini. But we got our last 2 Fire Crystals, so that's all we need. And the game is over. 3 prize cards left. 3 prize cards on board with the Reshizard. So we're gonna take him out and end this one. 3, 4, 5, 6. Knockout Reshizard, and that's gonna do it, taking the dub over the ability. I definitely think it's like at least a slightly favorable matchup. Our opponent didn't draw that ridiculously well. They had the Welder every turn, they had the attack every turn, but they didn't really have any options of what they wanted to attack with or anything like that. So that definitely is gonna make it way harder for our opponent, and that's gonna do it for this video on another video on the Baby Blondes deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give the video a like. If you're enjoying the content, subscribe. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.